down at the park, it's time to turn on the lights, because the Danbury Westerners are playing tonight. They'll be swinging their bats and they'll be hitting home runs. It's a night of excitement and family fun.
Welcome, sports fans, to another edition of Westerners Roundup.
We are here with Bethel native, young man, done good, Sean Fesh, and you help coach some of this young pitching staff here for the Westerners. What do you get when a kid comes here and they're going to be under your tutelage for what, 2-3 months during the summer? What do you hope to accomplish with these young pitchers?
You know, basically part of the recruiting process is you talk to their coaches and kind of try and find out what they hope to get out of the summer for their player. So we kind of formulate that plan along with maybe there's some mechanical things I see that he's not doing correctly, or pitch selection. And that's really, I mean, you can't make too many changes. The big thing I was, being a former player, is just trying as a coach to make guys comfortable out there.
Yeah. Now, are you in contact with their college coaches, and they'll say, hey, listen, I got a kid coming. We've been working on a changeup with him, but see what you can do because he needs to add a changeup to his repertoire. Would something like that happen?
Yeah, it happens quite a bit. And you also, want to find out, okay, how many innings did he throw during the spring to see, okay, do we make him a reliever, a starter? So there's a lot of little things that go on, and sometimes it hamstrings us from doing too much side work, which is unfortunate because as pitchers, we're creatures of habit. If we don't spend enough time in the bullpen in our side sessions, things can kind of be inconsistent.
Yeah. Pitch count wise, what's the most pitches you'll allow one of these young guys to pitch during one of these summer games?
We try and never let them go over 100 pitches, but that's a general guideline. I mean, if a guy's got a no-hitter going, and I always ask the catchers as it starts to get about to the 6th inning, I'm like, hey, how's his stuff? If his stuff's good and he's going for something special, I got to let him go.
These guys are competitive, and I'm not saying Danbury Western baseball isn't the most important thing, but if you wear out their arms and send them back to their college program or other programs, I think you'd be in trouble, huh?
Absolutely. We're trying every day to build relationships with universities and colleges, not ruin them. And that's one of the things that they want to know: are the kids going to be protected when they come there? And I think, Chev and I, after 5 years, I think we've built up a pretty good reputation of improving guys but not overdoing it.
Right, so will you have coaches that'll say, hey, I got a kid, he'll be good for you, take a look at him, and here he comes?
Yeah, I mean, and then there's some that the coaches are like, listen, you know what? They're honest with us. They're like, you know what? He does a couple special things, but he's not necessarily a pitcher yet. And my big thing is, does he like to compete? Because if I got a competitor, I'll teach him how to pitch.
So when you're going with the ratio of talent versus competitiveness, if a kid's got a lot of want to, you can work on the talent side, or is it if they don't got the talent, you can have all the heart in the world, Rudy is just for the movies?
Well, you know what? I mean, you couldn't build a whole pitching staff, on just Rudy's or heart, but those are those intangible guys that really on a 15-man staff, if you can have 3 of those guys that every day are coming to the park, coach, give me the ball. I love that.
All right. Well, you played 15, 16 years in professional baseball?
Yeah.
You were making a living. You grew up here in Bethel, Connecticut. Growing up, who were your childhood heroes baseball-wise? Who did you pattern your game after? Who did you want to compete like?
I was when I was young, I was when I was a position player too. I was a Rod Carew fan. I don't know how I became an Angels fan, but he caught my eye. But as I got a little bit older and kind of realized that I liked to pitch, I loved watching the Mets and watching Gooden and Darling and Sid Fernandez and those. I remember running around the house telling my mom and dad that's who I'm going to be. Yeah. And the great thing about my parents and to this day is they never once were like, nah, Sean, that's not going to happen. They kind of knew that was a goal of mine, a dream of mine, and they encouraged it. And that's, as now a parent, that's what I do with my kids.
You let them follow their dream.
Absolutely, because if you squash a dream too early, man, where's the motivation in life?
Hey, 17 years gaining a paycheck from professional baseball. That's a dream come true. I would have bet a lot of these guys you're coaching right now would take that right now.
Absolutely, and like I said, that's part of the reason why I got into coaching was I couldn't do it on the field anymore. So the next best thing was give these guys a chance to get to where I was and hopefully surpass that and just have the experience I did. I mean, it's unfortunately never got to the big leagues, but it's 17 years I would never trade.
There you go. Bethel's own Coach Sean Fesh. He's out here. My cell phone's ringing. The rock and roll music is playing. Come on down, Danbury Western Baseball, and you'll have a good time. Thanks a lot, Coach.
My pleasure.
We are here with the famous, the illustrious Jack W. Deering. You are the Director of Baseball Operations here with all these handsome young men. How'd you get that job?
Well, I was the outfield bench coach for the last 2 years because I wanted to study and understand these players and what they're capable of doing and how they think and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I've been in baseball over 65 years.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. I'll be 78 in August.
Now, back in the old days, wood bats, no batting helmets. Is that the era you come from?
Absolutely, with the wool uniforms.
Wool uniforms on a hot day, you'd be sweating bullets.
And as Jamie teases me, I'm from the wooden nickel era.
Well, listen, when you see these youngsters come out here, what are you looking for in a baseball player? What do you like to see? You said you were the outfield coach. What do you look?
Bench coach.
Okay, what does that mean, an outfield bench coach?
Well, I taught the outfielders by my experience how to play this field the 2 years I was doing that.
Right.
Okay, and then as bench coach, you know, I would try to teach them that, you know, you really have to pay attention to the game. You got to know the umpire's strike zone. You got to know how the other players play, and you got to know how your own players play.
You got to know how many outs there are. You know, if you catch a ball and there's a guy on third, you got to get it back in the infield if there are 2 outs or 1 out.
And you have to run.
You got to be able to run.
You got to be able to run, and run because you don't know what the fielders are going to do when they handle the ball.
Yeah.
So if you just jog down, you're going to lose.
Well, listen, now, as far as getting a jump, like on a fly ball, is that something that's just innate, or can you teach that? There's some outfielders like Willie Mays. As soon as the ball was hit, he would know if he had to go back, come in. He just seemed to know. Is that something you can teach, or is that just
practice? Yeah, and if you'd like to know what I did in my playing days, when I would get to the field, okay, I would do my stretching, and I would do my wind sprints, and I'd do my soft toss and long toss, and then I would take ground balls at first base, second base, third base, and shortstop, left field, and right field, and then I'd go to my position in center field, and I'd stay shallow during batting practice so I could turn and go back on the ball.
Willie Mays, that catch over his shoulder, greatest catch you ever saw?
Well, Willie Mays is one of the best ever to play center field, but you got to go back a step with Terry Moore. I mean, there was a lot of good center fielders. Terry Moore, the Cardinals, was outstanding.
He was good.
Oh, yeah.
So listen, a family can come out here, wife, dad, 3 kids, they can come out here under $50, have a great night out for the whole family, don't you think?
Well, for $5 for you know, a non-senior citizen, and senior citizens are $3, and everybody under 16 is free. Cheapest game in town.
I'm telling you, and you see some very high quality baseball. This is Division I baseball. Sometimes they walk in front of the captain.
It's not just Division I baseball. I don't believe in Division I, II, and III because a lot of really talented players don't have the money or the academics to go to Division I.
Right.
Okay, so you're not looking for Division I, II, or III as a scout, and I scouted for the Giants for 20 years. You're looking for the talent, and it's not just between the lines, it's in foul territory in the dugout too.
There you go. Well, listen, thank you so much for talking to us. Appreciate all you do with the Danbury Westerns baseball team, and we'll see you around the park.
Well, there's only one letter in the alphabet that I understand, that's W.
There you go. For Westerners and wins.
Westerners and win, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the gateway to New England, Danbury, Connecticut, and historic Rogers Park, the home of the Danbury Westerners,
Where do you want?
the longest
wanna
tenured team in the New England Collegiate Baseball League. Tonight, the good guys will be playing the Vermont Mountaineers. A quick reminder for your safety, if you're concerned about foul balls, got to be aware all night. So for those fans seated around the third base bleachers, if you are concerned about getting bunked, please be seated behind home plate. Tonight, the Westerners are honoring the parents of the 2012 team, as well as the host families that take care of these ball players during the summer. The Danbury Westerners host family program is led by Shelley Pitzer, and this is season number 6 of having area families open up their homes to allow these young men the opportunity to play baseball here in Danbury. The Westerners extend a profound sense of gratitude to both the host families and the parents of the 2012 team members for allowing these fine young individuals to be part of our community this summer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the field and the impresario of the Westerners, Paul Schaefer, and the Westerners host family program leader, Shelley Pitzer.
Thank you very much. So what we'd like to do is we're going to introduce all the players to come out onto the field and to line up with their parents or their host family parents. And if neither are here, they will line up near home plate. We'll start with the pitchers. Brandon Atkins. Fred Friedenbach. Ben Brewster. Stephen Catalina. Our newest signee, Tom Coughlin. David Gibson. Brett Huzo. Eric Luxus. Greg Oscar. John Porter. Isaac Stern. Jake Stinnett. Zachary Tax. Jake Ivory. Sean Smedley. Michael Thomas. Our infielders, Josh Ake. Matthew Bolter. Chase Butler. Jake Gronsky. Mike Orphis. Ian Ratchford. Zach Schenk. Outfielders, Andrew Garner. Scott Hagan. Daniel Spignola. Kyle Wernicki. And Tom Zenger. What we'd like to do now is hand over to our host families a certificate of appreciation for opening up your homes to these fine ball players this summer. Really, the success of the Westerners could not be done without your generosity, and myself, on behalf of the whole board of directors, is very, very grateful and appreciative of all you do. Thank you very much. All the host families are here tonight, so I'm going just to read the names. If you're here, please step forward or raise your hand or jump up and down so we can give you your certificate and a flower.
Okay.
Rob and Carolyn Switzer. I know they're here. Duke Dickerson. Eddie. This will be a tough one. I'll give you a glass. The Hull family. The Fitzgibbons. the Delahanty family. The Checks. I saw her. I know she's here. The McGannons. I don't think they're here. The Tyrell family. I know Sherry's here. There we go. The Callinans. The O'Brien family. And we have the Pitzers. And last, the Schaefer family. Thank you again for all you've done for us. We were very, very grateful. Liam, if you could stay out on the field for the first pitch, we'd appreciate that.
Bad, man.
Hey, Bojan. There you go, Michael. And now, the 2012 Danbury Westerners, managed by Jamie Shevchik, pitching coach Sean Fesh, hitting coach Larry Yerkonis, and assistant coach Ryan Smythe. Here is your lineup. Leading off, playing third base from Southern New Hampshire, number 4, Matt Bolter. Batting second, the shortstop from Marist, number 53, Zach Schenk. Batting third, the first baseman from Marist, number 6, Mike Orifice. Batting cleanup from Missouri Columbia, the catcher, number 24, Jake Ivory. Batting fifth, the right fielder from UNC Chapel Hill, number 16, Tom Zengel. Batting sixth, the designated hitter from Georgia Tech, number 3, Chase Butler. Batting seventh, the center fielder from Georgia Tech, number 12, Daniel Spingola. Batting eighth, the left fielder from Tulane, number 7, Andrew Garner. Batting ninth, the second baseman from Monmouth, number 1, Jake Gronsky. And pitching for the Westerners from Marist, number 26, Brett Housel. For tonight's game, the home plate umpire will be Bob Parker, the field umpire, Kenneth Michaels. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the Westerners ask that you please rise, remove your hats, turn toward our country's flag in center field. With closed eyes and a solemn heart, please join us all in a moment of silence for the men and women who have in the past and continue to serve our country and the cause of liberty around the world. And we ask that you also keep in your hearts one of our proud sponsors, a member of one of our proud sponsors, the Mitchell Oil Company. Our condolences on the passing of Norbert E. Mitchell Jr. Mitch will be sorely missed, a great supporter of the Westerners. Thank you. We ask that you please stay standing as we honor America with our national anthem performed this evening by Susan Lang.
Please sing with me. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You guys didn't have a Chinaman's chance.
The designated hitter, number 23, Rob Kelly, number 23.
You're out.
Hey, here we go, House.
Too late. Sure looks good to me. Yeah, I think so. Well, at least it's not so heavy that it can't bend it over. All right, in the glove, in the glove. Make him swing and miss.
On all the way back. Don't give in here.
All right, focus. Yes. That's one. All right, focus again. Yes, that's two. One more. Focus right in there.
Come on, Rob. Come on, 2 seconds.
Look out. Boom. You got it. Call it. Call it. Oh. Yes.
Where'd you miss driving, too?
Renegades went to another company. They're not with the they're not with
Coach
anymore.
I've been going over. I've got an 8-game plan over there this year. Yeah. Mike Wade used to play for them.
I know.
Mike Williams, and 2 weeks ago I went over when they were playing Staten Island. Tim Flighty pitched for us, pitching for Staten Island Yankees.
Oh, really?
So I saw him.
Go. Yes, go, go, you got it. Yes.
He's pitching for the Low Spinners.
Oh, is he?
So he'll be in August for Hudson Valley.
The batters.
Wherever I go, Joe
Number
Anderson
53, the
goes
shortstop,
with me.
Zach Schenk. Number
The
53.
players respond to the hat.
Yes. Oh, go, 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 yeah.
Come on, Mike. They set the table for you, Mike. Come on, let's deliver.
First baseman, number 6. Arthur. Number 6.
He had a walk-off game-winning home run the other day.
Isn't he first base or something?
First baseman.
Yeah,
He's
because
from
I
Maryland.
watch, I listen to it through Stream Point, and it's got the names of where the players are.
The guy on first for us is our shortstop. They're teammates at Marist.
Okay.
The starting pitcher today is from Marist also.
Yeah, I printed out the roster, and then I wrote alongside of the roster.
Do you have one for tonight?
No, I printed one out, and then I put down who was a pitcher and who was a first baseman, so that I would know when I heard the name.
So you've been keeping up with us with the
Yes,
computer
I've
now.
been listening. I've been texting him. They're gonna walk. I know he doesn't get it till after the game. I was texting him when he got thrown out of the game, and I knew he was somewhere around here. I was texting him.
You know, Leo's going to be one of the rest of the council. He said if it wasn't so damn hot, I would have taken it.
Yeah, I was texting him when he was sitting over there.
He was out there.
Yeah. Texting him. Oh, go! Go!
Going back home.
No. Just a little more.
The cleanup hitter, number 24, the catcher, Jake Danbury.
Come on, Jake, let's go. Come on, Jake.
I gotta put this in the car and then I'll get it back out after the starter. Or can they do it now or after the game? Oh, we're up again. No. No.
Bob, you have a pen on you?
No.
Yeah, I got everybody on the bench. I gotta get a roster so I can compare
Yeah, I'll get
it.
you one. Hold on, I'll get you one.
Compare it to it.
As soon as this half inning's over.
I got my partial ball. They got one right there somewhere. Yeah, this one gets later.